Chindumanana, Chindumeje Chindumanana, Chinedumo, Chindumeje Chindumanana, Chinedumo, Chindumeje Chindumanana, Chindumeje Chindumanana, Chimdumeje Chindumanana, Chinedumo, Chindumeje Chindumanana. Sorry, good evening everyone. Uhuru Chiomano. Greetings to you all. I'm greeting everybody watching this video at this time. If you're joining this video, I would like you to share. And actually, Kaiwo Chanti Ayofuma Genti to the vital points that are going to come up. Kaiwo Chanti Ayofuma Genti. Because a whole lot of things are going wrong. A whole lot of things. So I'm going to be talking about things to do before you get married. Things to do before you get married to anyone or you're born at all. No matter your religious inclination. Our Christian brothers will tell you now it is finished. Everything has been paid for. Everything has not been paid for. And it is the person that is owing. So let's talk about things you do before you get married. First of all, you need to understand that now, when you're marrying someone, we decide in mother, my working my wife, you're marrying everything with that person. Money, all the spirits with that person, you're marrying the spirits. Whether it is a or good spirit or a bad spirit, you're going to marry all of them. Because you can't pick out the good and reject the bad. You can't pick out the bad and reject the good. That is the way it is. If you say you're marrying a person, no human being is perfect. You're marrying everything that comes with that person. So you know. If that person is with the spirit of poverty, you are going to marry that spirit of poverty. And it's going to boom in your life. If that person is with the spirit of success, you're going to marry that spirit of success. And it's going to boom in your life. If that person is with spirit of failure, you're going to marry that spirit of failure. And it's going to show up in your life. That is one thing I want you to note. Nobody never That is one thing I want you to note. That whatever that person has, they are going to partake in it. Now, before now, when our fathers and our mothers want to get married, they would have already gone through Afa. Good evening, Masinachi. They would have already gone through Afa. They ask questions. Joel said, know the kind of person. If you are some in a village or maybe you draw her keruka why seme, keruka woka seme, or nugo wine before or megonka. That one follow. But also the spiritual implications. You need to find out. Then when they ask all these questions, they ask questions to know this person, Kedo, you find out, something like that. Do they have a spiritual problem or a fate that might affect you? Then you don't know. This marriage, I am not working, I am not wine. ayemenka also, because there are some people that are destined not to have children. And you marry, if you like, go to 100 mountain in the world to pray. That person will not have any child because it has been predestined. No, yeah, amamunwa. There are some people that already they've been predestined that Ako will not be in their Afama Ako. So no, you're getting into poverty with this person. You're getting into hardship with this person. Why some may have solutions, some may not have solutions. And it will be something like karma that person has to sit on it. More like sit it out until that period is over. Until now, put out one emoji. You don't know their past. You don't know their past life. You don't know the kind of covenants they went into. You don't know, okay, well, you do not know. You see some people, they get married immediately, and once they get pregnant and they're about to have their children, they die. Sometimes it's not about the hospital that they went to, it's about their EO. That when it reaches to that point in their life, they are going to die. And once it gets to that point, they will die. You cannot stop it. That is why you need to find out. Although certain EUWA can be appealed, but not all. Just like Neweroya, another water warfuma. Certain EUWA, Neweromekwata. You cannot do anything to change it. You just have to take its course when it is time. That is why you should know this thing. Am I ready to take on this burden? Am I ready to do this? Then our people, they know that when you're marrying a woman, you're marrying her together with her forces. When a man is marrying a woman, then on a route, they've prepared a place where she would have like an altar. Irumoya, they've already prepared a place for her to worship her God or her chi, or however language you choose to put it in, because they understand that this woman did from their own. Or recently came away in the advent of church came away that when you marry a woman, she must follow you to your church, she must worship the same God that you worship. It is not true, it is not right, you are not the same. We understood that everybody has a different chi. Show your one at the niche. Everybody have their own chi, and the way they speak to them or relate with them, which is why you cannot force another person to walk in the way of your chi. They can only walk in the way of their own chi. You hear things like recently in the advent of church, nwa mama nnukwu na-abụrụ Catholic, nwa mama nnukwu na-abụrụ Methodist, nwa mama nnukwu na-abụrụ Apostolic. Akwa faith ka nwa m ga-anụ, akwa nke a ka nwa m ga-anụ. You see people rejecting even the right suitors because they are not from the same church. Whether you're from the same church or you are not from the same church, when the time comes, your Jesus will not be there to save you. Your church will not be there to save you. Even certain churches that are truthful to you will tell you, go to your root and find out why this is happening. You see a woman, a family, if you have a robo, what a kiritote, a year. Once they give birth to a child and that child is growing, maybe to a certain age, maybe 5-6 years, the child will die. They will continue bearing, or I'm not giving no. Everybody in the family, young men will be coming up and they will be falling like trees. We, everywhere. Because there is a problem. and they've not gotten to the root of that problem to solve it. That is why you need to know about the person you're marrying, apart from their family land. Maybe next time I'll talk about the lands where you live. Places you live can also affect you. The kind of land you live, Ebibi, the spirits there can actually affect you. But we are not talking about that. We are talking about those that are personalized to this person. That wherever you go, this thing is going to be with you. You cannot run away from your DNA. You can't run away. It would always be there. You would always know. So before you get married, ask questions. Whether it's going to go or not. Kudo or gagakwa. Even then, when they will be going to get married to a woman. Maybe they're going to meet the woman's people. Apotanozo. Maya ejeje enowai. Adawe kowa. They go back because it is a sign that this Nija audio that they need to find out why. They go back. When people were observant, they go back and ask questions. Why? Maya Bendiogo breaks on the road, the pot breaks, and they go back to ask questions to know why it is breaking. Because this could be a warning for an impending doom that might happen. It could either be for them or for the bride's family. They need to find out. You find out even the kind of spirits. Some people butcher Mahare for years and they do not know, and it's affecting them. They now see someone that loves them so much too. Yes, your love cannot conquer Ocho. The only thing your love will conquer is to get that person married. But then you will inherit that Ocho. You will share it. Because once you start living together, you're sharing everything together. Obru bad luck, you will share in that bad luck to start happening in your life. That is why some men get married and they start having issues. Some women get married and they start having issues. The women are rare to have issues of such because of women are highly on the negative side of the pole. And you know the strength of, if you are good in mathematics, you know the strength of negative sign. Minus will give you plus. Plus minus will give you minus. You will know the power of negative sign. Capable of altering a lot of things. Some men also have feminine energy. They can alter you too. Some men in Afro has woken if but spiritually and more, they have more of feminine energy. And what the universe listens to is energy and vibration. I bother about what you say with your mouth. I can say something with my mouth and not mean it in my heart. It will not affect me. Because my vibration does not match what I'm saying. But once my vibration matches what I'm saying, it will definitely come up. That is the way it is. So you find out this person, whether they are spiritually okay, whether they have anything they need to fix in the spirits. You see some men and they are telling you that they married a woman, and when they want to sleep with their wife, this man pushes them down. And I call your borakoko. Some women watch their husbands in the night and they're having sex. And when you try to touch him, they fling you without even knowing that they're flinging you because something else took over. It could be spiritual wife or spiritual husband or a sexual demon. How will you find out in Kebunke? It's still through Afa. You find out the kind of spirit. Some people entered covenants It might not even be in this lifetime. It could be in their former life. And then you partake in the punishment associated with that covenant. Some people are meant to suffer. And you go and marry them. They start tapping into your energy. You save them from that suffering. And they turn around. That suffering meant for them, you start encountering it. That is to say, it's not everybody you can save. There are people that come to me, and when I see the energy they carry, and I see that this is not something you can salvage, that if you put your hand to even try to intervene, you will partake. I can't get the rights. I tell them, you have to go. Also take your Egafa with you. It's not every Egafa that I reject that actually is about their suffering. There are some, once they come, I sense the energy and I do not even want to do the Afa for them. Because I've seen that this is the problem. And I've seen that if I try to even put hand, if I'm in a very good mood, I will tell you, okay, see, this thing is not something you can fight. You need to sit it out. It will pass. You're paying for your sins. So, sit it out and let it pass. Now, anybody saving that person from that suffering at that point will inherit it. You continue. That person will soar higher than you while you take their position, since you love them so much to acquire what they have, be it negative karma or positive karma. May your chi help you. Let it be positive karma and not negative karma. May your chi help you. That is when you start hearing things like your wife is a witch, your wife is this, your wife is that. You see things like maybe women or men that maybe their mothers are priests or priestesses, their fathers are priests or priests, and they are not doing it. And where they did all this Iowa, that is what they are coming to this world to do, where they took their oath. Since you're not doing, since you've breached your agreement and contract, you're not going to be happy. So eventually, their children, these spirits will not allow their children to succeed. Because these spirits know that once your children succeed, you will be happy. You're rubbing off your irresponsibility on your children. Now, if those children now by chance marry someone who has a bright star, and that star is glowing, once they get in there, they scatter everything. They scatter it. Because if this augur, because that's an augur with you, if this augur can actually make you happy, we have to scatter it so that you, if anything, to make sure that you're keeping up with the face in the to make sure you are adhering to that EU. Now, this is why you need to ask questions. As an you need to draw before you read. Boom. Some people, their vision and mission online is to look for Eze that they will marry, or Ezewoke that they will marry. They don't know the history of Ezewoke or the Eze. You jump in, you don't know their EU. You jump in, you do not ask questions. Emmanuel said, the next thing you start hearing prophecies like, is this person that is causing your hardship? Is this person that is doing this? But they will not tell you how it came about. This is where the problem started from. Because when you know the root cause of a problem, you would know how to tackle it. But if you do not know, asị onye amara ebe a nọ wee lie ozu na-ebido n'isi wee bọwa. Onye na-amara ebe mmiri bido wee mawa ya ọma mmakwa n'ebe ọ kwụsịrị. These are the issues that we come across. These are the reasons you need to. Ọ bụrụ onye bụ ụchụ, ewepụ ụchụ. Ọ bụrụ ihe emeta n'ụwa abịa bugoro, ewepụ ya n'ụzọ. Ekpe udo, dozie ụzọ, sụọ ụzọ ka ife wee gazie dịka o kwesịrị. Ọ bụrụ onye asị na ọma mmụta nwa, amarụ reason. Ekwara ụmụ nwoke a na-edere na ha ama mmụta nwa, nwaanyị adị fertile, ọ na-ara nwaanyị, mana that woman will never take in, because that man is not meant to have a child. Such a woman, ọ gbaa n'iro ọ dị ime. Ọ gbaa n'iro ọ dị ime. This one is not even about low sperm count. Ọ gbaa n'iro, she will get pregnant. When nwaanyị edere na ọma mmụta, a na-eme, that man gbaa n'iro ọ ya atụba nwaanyị ime. Because the problem is with the woman, or the problem is with the man. So imagine you're with someone that is not destined to have a child, and you are there looking for God of Abraham and Sarah to give that person a child that's 90 years old. Wahala for you. These are the things you need to observe and take note of. Jụọ ajụjụ, mara what to do and how to go about it. There is need to always ask questions before you delve in, because that spirit oyawubu will become a part of you. When you have sex, when you start sleeping together, you exchange these energies. You become one in the spirits. You share what you have with each other. You share what you have with each other. Una abulugo ofu. So you need to be careful. Sayana mmiri. Before you marry anybody, no matter how the love is, find out their spiritual background. Men are beginning to do this. They will come to check you. They will bring your picture to check your spiritual what. But women, to find out what this thing is going to be like. One came to me the other day. A woman saturaya, manoyenka de man, agwame na mwati and warora, mazaya maza. I did not post our chat because of confidentiality, and it has to do with pictures. You came to me, you brought me pictures of two young men and names. Which one will go best? Already he has spiritual issues which he cannot manage properly. What I anti. See, about the only good side of it, his eyes will be open to see his problem, and he's going to work on it. Then it will work out fine. And you see, okay. Then I went to meet one as a while. I told them, don't worry. She came the other day, now snap picture. If I call the Koyeti pajama. I tell now, what happened to you? Is it an accident? No. He beat me up. Yeah, who beat you up? Or the other person you say they have issue. He beat you up. So I cook it charger. You think I cropan. And you are still there. Stay there. Be fighting. And another thing, know the battle that is yours. Need to see her face. Need to see her eyes. See her lips. Your mother could love. We need to be very careful. I want a man to anoro. Eburisi. Osoria. He beat her up mercilessly. You know, the from one came mad. And she's still loving. Let her continue loving. Fighting a battle that is not her battle to fight. So definitely she will get the brunt of it. No be everything. Kana aro. There are some. You need to step aside. Kemeya kesi wesi kemeya. That is what I have to tell you. There are women, you need to go to their waters. You need to go to the water with them before you marry them. You need to take permission from their spouse before you marry them. There are men, you need to take permission from their spouse before you marry them. And if you jump in, you jump in without their permission, you will hear from them. They will tell you there is nothing like spiritual husband, there is nothing like spiritual wife. If you've not experienced it, you are not going to know. You're not going to know. I've seen things. I've witnessed things. Koya wana fear isenaya. Imagine when anybody, you ask questions, so that you know what to meet, you know what to expect at every point in time. Then you know what to do about it and how to go about it. That way, you won't be caught unawares. You won't suffer for things you know nothing about. That is what you need to know. That is what you need to do before you get married. Joyce, ask questions about this person. Before you even start falling in love, once you know it's leading to that side, ask questions so that you don't fall in love with that Jehovah. So you don't break your leg more than Jehu. So that while we benite wo teacher ike go ofuma. So ya okay biakwa. Or you tell the person, don't worry, we are in this together, let's work it out. So you know what you're getting into. Because when you don't know who you're facing, that is when you fall yakata. You are inside your house, you hear thief. You rush out to go and pursue thief. You don't know whether thief is with machete or gun. And you are going without any weapon. But when you know the weapon your opponent has, you will know the weapon to come out with. And know how to best fight your battle. So this is where I'll stop this evening. And I hope you picked up something from this. You all have a wonderful evening. These are the things you need to know. So you don't start having issues tomorrow as a result of marrying the wrong person or marrying without asking questions. And you won't like the outcome. It will be very, very frustrating for you. May we not enter a problem that we cannot solve. Udochia, you all have a wonderful evening. And make sure you share this video.